And today I'm going to be showing you a nail art technique called water marbling. It's something that I just learned how to do myself a few weeks ago, and it's not very hard to do. It does take a little bit of time, so you're going to want to, plan on having a little while to do it. You might need to experiment a little before you get, really good designs that you like, but it's not that hard, and it's really fun to do and play around with. So if you like nail polish and you like painting your nails, then you might want to give it a try. So today's design is fall inspired, and it looks like this when it is finished. And I like bold, bright colors. You may not. You can use any color you like. It doesn't have to be these. You do want to experiment and make sure that the polishes you're using are going to work well together. Not all polishes spread well, or some dry faster than others and they just don't work well with water marbling. So experiment, play around with them, and you'll find a combination that works. So the type of water that you use also plays an important role in how your design comes out. I am using bottled water. Filtered water is also really good. You don't want to use just plain tap water because the impurities in the water will not allow your nail polish to spread the way it needs to. So I use bottled water, but from what I've heard, filtered is even better than that. But this seems to work fine for me. So I'm using 3 colors today. I'm using Mind Your Own Beeswax by Spoil. I'm using Atomic Orange by OPI. And I'm using Hardcourt Fashionista by Nicole. And you're going to want to have all of your bottles open and ready to go because you do need to work somewhat quickly, especially when you're doing a stripe like I'm doing today, because the polish will dry on the surface of the water if you take too long, and then you'll have to start over. The reason I like doing the stripe is because it allows you to dip more than one finger at a time, so it makes it a little bit quicker, but there's lots of other designs you can do. So before I start, my fingers already are prepped with one base coat, a clear base coat, and then 2 coats of white, and then the 2 fingers I'm doing today I also have taped with Scotch tape. You can also use masking tape, that works really well. If you don't have either, you can even just put chapstick around your skin and the nail polish will slide right off, but the tape works really well and it makes cleanup a lot easier. So you're just going to put a strip of tape over and around this way and then one more going across, and it just makes cleanup that much easier. Okay, so now I'm going to start dropping my colors in, and I'm going to use my yellow first, and I'm actually going to do several drops of the yellow if I can get it to come out. I'm going to use like 5 drops of yellow, and for whatever reason this yellow today doesn't want to drop as easily as the other colors, but that's okay. We will make it work. So I think that was 3, 4, and 5. And then I'm going to use my brown next, and I'm going to do 2 drops of the brown. So 1, 2, because I want a nice dark ring, and you can kind of give it a little shake if you want to move it along and get it to spread out. So I'm going to do 2 drops of my orange as well, and then I'm going to do 3 more drops of the yellow, if I can get that to work. 1, it's kind of a lousy drop, but that's okay. 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to do my brown again. 1, 2. I'll do go. 2 more drops of my orange. And then, if yellow will let me, I will do 1, 2. That should be good. Now I'm just gonna set the polish to the side and get ready to do my design. Now for the stripe, you're gonna start in the center and you're gonna pull it to each side to anchor it to the glass, and then you're going to start making your stripes. And you're just going to move back and forth, and depending on how wide or close together you want your stripes, you know, just do your design based on that. I like mine kind of medium. So, alright, and that looks good. And then you're going to want to find a spot that, you know, looks good to you. I kind of like this area right here. So I'm going to turn it because I want my stripes to go horizontal. And I'm going to take these 2 fingers together, and as best I can, I'm going to try to dip them at the same time. Like that. So hopefully you can see that. You're just going to hold your finger in the water, and I'm just going to blow on the surface a little bit to try to dry the polish that's there. And that looks good. So I'm going to take my Q-tip and I'm just going to clean the surface of the water, get all the excess nail polish taken off, because if you don't, it will stick to your nail design and it will ruin whatever you just created, and you don't want to do that. Now, I find that to not get as many air bubbles or water bubbles on the surface of my nail and to make it as smooth and shiny as possible, I just give it a little shake while it's in the water, and then I pull it out straight up, really kind of slow. And that is the design I got with the tape still on it. And then I just blow on my nail to try to remove any little water droplets that might be on there. And once that's done, you can see I have a nice little set of stripes there. You can take your scissors and cut off the tape. I like to do it right away. I don't know what other people like to do, but I like to take it off right away, and I will tell you why in just a second. So I just cut straight up, and with a pair of tweezers, if I can find mine, here they are. I just like to use tweezers so that I don't get polish all over my other nail. And the tape should come off in one piece, and you see it looks like this. I don't know if I'm crazy over my pointy finger, so I might try to redo that one later, but that's what it looks like. And then I like to do my cleanup right away because I just feel like the nail polish comes off your cuticle area a little bit better when it's wet. So I'm just going to dip a Q-tip into some acetone nail polish remover, pure acetone nail polish remover. You can use regular remover, but I found that the acetone just does a little bit of a better job, and you don't have to make quite as few swipes over your nail, or your cuticle rather, to get just that little bit of nail polish that the tape, you know, off your skin that the tape didn't cover. But that's it. So I dunked a little too far, so I got some on my finger, but the acetone just takes it off so fast and easy that it's not really a big deal at all. So that is done. And the other thing that I like to do, and I'm sure there are people that will disagree with me, but I like to put my top coat on right away because I find that the nail polish stays more shiny that way. If I let it dry first and then put my top coat on, it seems to just look a little dull to me, but when you put your top coat on right after, it almost looks like glass when you're done. The thing with doing that is, though, the nail polish you've just put on, your design, is still wet. So when you put on your top coat, you're going to want to use as few strokes as possible. Otherwise, your stripes or whatever design you've created will smudge and the colors will mix together and it won't be pretty. So you want to use as few strokes as possible with the top coat. And that's it. So this again is what the rest of my nails look like. And I mean, I think it's pretty cool. So that's why I wanted to share it with you. And I hope if you try it, you let me know how it turned out. And if you have any questions, maybe I can answer them, maybe not, but I'll sure try. So let me know in the comments. Thanks so much.